How's it going, guys? We're out here down by the stream today. We're going to be building a type of shelter. It's going to be similar to a debris shelter. We're going to be using evergreen boughs as the main insulation. I've also got a tarp on my back. I've got an axe, a knife, and some cordage. And we're going to see what we can build here today. Alright, so for the shelter, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing yet in terms of location. This is kind of like a little pine grove type of thing around here. We've got some open space over there. And then right here, maybe kind of the area where I'm going to be doing it. But we're going to figure that out. Right in this area here, there's actually quite a bit of moss on the ground, which is going to make very good bedding, padding, whenever I'm sleeping in it. The plan is to come here and sleep after I get everything finished up. And it should be pretty good considering that it's spring now and everything's quite warm. It's going to be a lot easier than sleeping in like -20 degrees, out in a little wickie up type shelter. But we're going to be making this. It should be pretty good. Like I said, I've got a tarp in the bag back there, and that'll help us with weatherproofing in case it should rain. But I'm probably going to be trying to pick a night to where it's not going to rain. So we're going to try to figure this out. There is a tree over here which has some limbs that I've cleared previously off of it. There are lots of trees around here, so I'm not really too concerned about damaging any of them. But I'm going to get to work and I'm going to see what I can do. Alright, so that stuff that I just cut down that tree, I think it's pin cherry. I don't think it's the healthiest of trees, and there's plenty of them back in that little grove, so we're going to take one to use for my shelter. So. Alrighty, so we got the whole thing fastened on the tree. We got it on this little fork as well, and it should be pretty good. We'll probably just cover it with, you know, some frame or some ribs or some ribbing or whatever, and then we're probably gonna put the tarp on top of that, and then some evergreen stuff on top of that to kind of blend it in and give us some more like insulation and stuff. This should be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited, but this isn't the most tightest right here. But once we get the ribbing on and stuff, I think it should be pretty good. I got that tied up. It's pretty tight back there. This stuff isn't super strong or anything, but it is half decent for doing stuff like this. But I do have some like tarred cordage or whatever you call it, bank line, some tarred bank line type of stuff. I do have that. I ordered that stuff, so we should be getting that here soon, and that'll be a little bit better for tying stuff like this. But as for now, I'm probably gonna start covering that up. You know, start the ribbing. And then we're gonna put the tarp on and stuff, and we're gonna keep building it. It's coming out pretty good, so keep working on it, and we should have a pretty nice shelter by the end of it. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Now one thing I gotta make sure is to make it long enough, because I don't want to be in here and I'll have enough room for my body, but if we go back a little bit farther, I think we'll be pretty good. This is actually pretty nice and homey in here. We're gonna have to dig up some of the, you know, make it a little bit flatter in here, but other than that, it's pretty great. Support in the middle, that's already firmer just since we put all this on here. This is already firmer and stuff, so that's great. I guess I'll just keep at it, and then we'll get the tarp and we'll put it on, and then I'm probably gonna get some green boughs and cover the tarp up a little bit, so it's a quote-unquote stealth shelter. This whole area is kind of, you know, green, so it'll make sense. But this is moss, so it's pretty comfy. But I think I'm gonna have a fire basically right where the tripod is. That'll probably be what my heat is. Pretty happy with it. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. Here we are in the shelter. As you can see, we've got the tarp put up here. I just made some kind of like little tent peg type things. And here we go. So right above me, that's what I'm looking at right above me. Then that's over there. It covers a pretty decent part. It's actually pretty perfect. But the main thing that's kind of weird here, as you can see, is this back's open. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. I might just try find the direction and hopefully that there's no wind that night. But we gotta cover up these sides on the outside with some evergreen boughs. I think that's what we're gonna do next. This is pretty good. I think we're making really, really good progress. We got the majority of it done actually, but we still gotta cover the rest of it with evergreen boughs, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, let's get to it. Well, I've got quite a bit of evergreen boughs on top of this thing. And if you're walking through the woods, you probably wouldn't look at this twice. I mean, maybe, but it's pretty covered. You know, it's a lot more covered than if I would just leave the tarp the way it was. And on the inside, we're getting some pretty good coverage. So, but obviously the tarp is gonna be the main waterproofing thing. I just want to cover this up so you know it's a little bit more hidden. It looks a little bit better as well, in my opinion. With that on top of it, but and not to mention it's right underneath a pretty decent sized tree, so I don't think we're gonna have too many issues. There's definitely some improvements I can make to it. I can add some more boughs, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the back of the shelter there, but we'll probably have a fire pit right about here, and then I'll radiate the heat into the shelter. So the plan is I am gonna be sleeping in this thing. I'm not exactly sure when yet, but I'll probably be picking a nice night for this. And the plan is with this area as I'm gonna be having a whole bushcraft camp here. Since you guys saw, we have a stream right down there, and I'm gonna be probably building, and I'm hopefully gonna be building like a permanent type shelter here sometime this spring, summer, whatever. We're gonna be working on it for quite a while, I'm assuming. I think that'd be pretty cool. We can make some like table stuff, a really nice fort and stuff like that. But I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.